Hi, I'm Roger Jenkins, and I'm delighted to be here and speaking to you from the National Museum of Singapore. And you might be wondering, why on earth have they got this guy here to be talking about festivals in Singapore? But I am actually a Singaporean, a Merdeka generation Singaporean, some more, born here in 1953 at the old Changi Hospital, you know, the one that they say is haunted. And so it's a delight for me to be able to come and see this exhibition about growing up in Singapore from the 1950s to the present. And as I said to you, seems to be a long time ago, that I am a storyteller, and that's why I have these puppets here with me today, it seems appropriate that I really should prove to you that I am a storyteller and share with you a story which I think is very appropriate for this time, because it's all about the importance of food and how when we have food at a celebration, it makes that celebration all the more meaningful. Now, when I tell this story, usually I would make the story very interactive, and I would get members of the audience to come and join me and be the different characters in this story. Well, of course, we can't do that, partly because I'm here in the studio and partly because of COVID. So I've got some of my puppet friends to join me because fortunately puppets are not affected by social distancing. So the story begins when there was a man, and he, unfortunately, for reasons that I don't need to explain, had to leave his country. And he walked and he wandered and he wandered and he walked, looking for work, looking for a place that he might call home. And finally, he came to a small village. He was hungry. And so he went to the first house and he knocked on the door. Tuck, 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 tuck. And as he waited there, suddenly the door opened. And when the door opened, "Yes, what do you want?" "Oh, hello. I've come a long way and I'm very tired and hungry. Could I please have some food?" "Food? Why should I give you food? Do I know you? You're a stranger. No. Go away. "But please, I'm very hungry." No. This is very poor village. We don't have spare food to give to strangers. Go on, be off with you. Goodbye." And she slammed the door in his face. Slam. People come in and asking for food. What is the world coming to? Oh dear. So the young man thought, well, maybe the next person will be kinder to me. Knock, knock, knock. And he waited at the door. And when the door opened, "Yes? I'm not buying anything today." "No, I'm not trying to sell anything." "Oh, really? What do you want?" "Well, I've come a long way, you see, and I'm very tired and hungry, and I was hoping you might be able to give me something to eat." "Huh? Give you? Why should I give you anything? No. I don't answer the door for strangers. Go away. I don't like talking to people like you. Go away." And slam. She closed the door. Really? What a terrible, terrible day I'm having. And the young man thought, well, maybe third time lucky. And he carried on walking along the road until he came to the next house. He knocked on the door. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And the door opened, and there was an old woman. And she said, "Yes? Good morning." "Good morning to you. How can I help you?" "Oh, well, if you don't mind, I'm very tired. I've been walking a long way looking for a new place to stay, and I'm very hungry. Could you possibly let me have some food?" "Huh? Have some food? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very poor, as are most people in this village. Yes, this COVID business has been really bad, you know. My whole business has just really been ruined, so I'm sorry. I can't give you anything." "Oh dear, really?" "Yes, I'm afraid I haven't got any food to spare at all." "Oh, well, listen," said the young man. Since you are having such a bad time, perhaps I could help you. Oh, you could help me? How could you help me? You don't look like the kind of rich person who could help people. Oh, well, since you haven't got much food, perhaps I could help you cook a very special meal. Oh, you'd cook for me a special meal? Yes, I would. But then she suddenly became very suspicious. Really? Yes. What do I have to give you? Is this a trick? No. I'm going to cook a very special meal. Oh, I see. Well, what do I have to give you? Well, all I need is a very large pot in order that I can make the soup. Oh, a large pot. Yes. And she went and she got a large pot and she drew it in. How's that? Oh, yes, that's certainly a very large pot. Thank you. Now, what else? Well, I need some water in the pot. I've put the water in already. Oh, yes, so you did. So what are you going to make? Well, the young man took from his pocket a flat, grey stone. Huh? That's a stone? Yes, I know. How can you make food with a stone? Oh, because it's a magic stone. A magic stone? Yes. I'm going to teach you how to make soup from a stone. Huh? Soup from a stone? Imagine that. Imagine that. And the young man put the stone into the pot. Oh, I see. And then she gave him a big spoon and he began to stir and stir as the water began to bubble and boil. Oh, really? Is this going to be tasty? Well, let's try, shall we? And he took a sip. He said, yes, the stone is beginning to flavour the water. If only we had some onions. Onions? Yes, because the onions will really draw the flavour out from the stone. Oh, well, she said, I've got some onions. You do? Oh, yes, of course I've got onions. Everyone's got onions. Oh, well, could you get some then? Oh, certainly. And the old woman went off and got some onions. And she came back with some round yellow onions. And she put the round yellow onions with the flat grey stone into the pot. And as the man stirred and stirred, the woman said, oh, imagine that. Soup from a stone. I'm going to go and tell my friends. Okay. And she went off, and the man continued to stir the pot. Then another villager came along. Hello. Oh, hello. Auntie said that you're making a special soup. Indeed I am. She said it's a magic soup. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. What is it? It's called stone soup. Oh, stone soup. It's got onions. Yes. But I think, we want to make it a little bit more tasty. Oh, yes. I wish we could. If only we had some carrots. Carrots? I love carrots. Do you? Oh, yeah, they're my favourite. I love carrots, yes. Oh, well, if only we had some, we could put some in the soup. Oh, I could get some carrots. Could you? Yeah, my mum's got lots of them. I'll see you. Bye. And the girl ran away and came back with some long orange carrots. So they put the long orange carrots and the round yellow onions and the flat grey stone into the pot. Yay! And as he stirred and stirred and stirred, the girl said, wow, soup from a stone. Imagine that. And after he'd put it in and he stirred, they took another sip and she tried it. Oh yeah, that's so good. Thank you. I love those carrots. They're so sweet and so colourful. Thank you. Ooh. And off the girl went to tell her friends. And after the girl had gone, who should come next but...
Hello, I am Marco, the chef, and I am hearing everyone talking about the new magic soup. So, of course, I want to come and have a look. You are making stone soup.
Yes, I am.
My father, he tell me about this. He is a chef too, you know?
Oh, really?
Yes, he worked in a hotel on Orchard Road back in the 1970s. Yes, there is a photograph in the exhibition I think you can go see.
Oh, really?
See, and he tell me when they make stone soup,
They made stone soup?
say in Singapore in the Orchard hotels. Oh, yes. But we like to have different vegetables, not just the carrots. I will go and get some tasty green beans. Very healthy. Okay, one moment.
And the chef Marco ran away and came back with...
tasty green beans. Yes, so
They put the
tasty green beans with the long orange carrots and the round yellow onions and the flat gray stone into the pot. I don't need a spoon. I have a special here already. Okay, very good. Soup from a stone. Imagine that. Ciao.
And away went the chef. Now, although I said this was a small village, there happened to be a small castle. And who lived in the castle but a princess? Bum, 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 bum. Hello, everybody. It was Her Royal Highness. I heard about this wonderful new dish. I had to come and see. Oh, my goodness me, she said. Oh, look at that. Oh, but there are only vegetables. Wouldn't it be nice if we had some meat in your soup? I'm going to go and ask my father. I think we had a goat killed this morning for our own festival. So let me go and get some meat for us. And away she went. Dum, 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 dum. And a little while later, she returned, bum, 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 bringing a thick, juicy bone. Oh, thank you very much. So they put the thick, juicy bone into the pot, along with the green, tasty beans and the long orange carrots and the round yellow onions and the flat grey stone. And as the man stirred and stirred, Her Royal Highness said, soup from a stone. Imagine that. And away she went. And finally the young man took another sip and said, it is delicious with all these lovely ingredients, but perhaps it's still a little thin. If only we had some flour to thicken it up. And the old woman said, flour? Oh, well, she said, I've got some flour. I went to the mill just this morning and I got a bag of fine white flour. You're welcome to use that. And she gave the young man the flour, and they took the flour and they stirred it into the soup. So there was fine white flour and a thick, juicy bone and the tasty green beans and the long orange carrots and the round yellow onions and a flat grey stone. Imagine that. Soup from a stone. And finally, the soup was ready. And the young man said, "Every quick, go home, grab yourself a bowl and come and let's all join in and share the soup." And everybody came and they all had a bowl of this delicious stone soup. And they ate and they drank. The soup was so delicious, and everyone was so happy. And when they'd finished, And they'd had not just one bowl, because it was, as you saw, an enormous pot. Everybody had 2 bowls of the stone soup. All that was left inside the pot at the end was the flat, grey stone. And the people were so happy, and they turned to thank the young man. Young man, I want to thank you for giving us this splendid meal and sharing with us today the wonderful gift of the secret of how to make soup from a stone. The young man laughed and said, "No, sir, there's no secret in the stone." "Huh? I thought you said it was a magic stone." No. The magic of the recipe is this. It's only when we share that we are able to enjoy a feast. Oh yes, you are right. Yes, indeed. Thank you for sharing that thought with us, because you have given us a wonderful, wonderful feast. So I hope you, when you next want to celebrate, can get together with your family and friends, and while you may not have a magic stone, I'm sure you have a recipe which you want to share, and by getting everyone together and having that meal together, you will have a similar wonderful time. Enjoy.